fucker.
Today I will recap a 2019 Indonesian horror film named Bangkitnya Mayit, The Dark Soul. Before we start, it is a request to please like and comment on the video as it will help us to grow our reach. The movie begins on a stormy night when we see a woman in a forest with a knife in her hand. She swears for the sake of ruler 𝐸𝐺𝐺 that she will avenge them, and then she stabs a picture. Soon after, Satan appears there and tells her to wait for their arrival, and if she wants all her wishes to come true, make her god. She accepts her as her god and starts worshipping her, and when she gets up, she has got demonic powers. In 1965 to 1966, there was an outbreak of a mysterious disease that consumed the villagers of Pasir Buriam. Lemon and his wife Ernie survived the plague after exiling themselves to a plain in the valley of Mount Kambang, until finally the place was passed on to their three children, namely Didin, 𝐂𝐋𝐖, and 𝐺𝐵𝐺𝐵, a remote place they named Hamlet and 𝐸𝐿𝐴R. After this, we see 𝐺𝐵𝐺𝐵 returning back from the city to his village with his urban friend Freddy. On the way, 𝐺𝐵𝐺𝐵's bike breaks down, and while he is fixing it, Freddy starts urinating nearby. 𝐺𝐵𝐺𝐵 tells him to please ask for permission before peeing, to which he asks permission from Ghost, and tells him that he has a charm, so even the king of ghosts is scared of him. They then reach their village, and 𝐺𝐵𝐺𝐵 gets overjoyed to meet her wife Erlin. We then see 𝐸𝐵𝐵 in her kitchen, where she starts hearing some strange voices, and she sees many spirits standing outside her house inciting her to kill them. 𝐸𝐵𝐵 gets possessed and grabs a knife, and the birds start falling dead outside. 𝐺𝐵𝐵 is shocked to see this, and Erlin tells her that she feels like something is going to happen here. She starts taking him inside, but only then do they hear their neighbor 𝐂𝐄𝐄𝐒 screaming. When they go to his house, they find that his wife Sumi is lying injured on the ground, and then Didin and 𝐺𝐺 also come there. 𝐂𝐄𝐄E tries to wake her up, but 𝐺𝐺 tells him that she is dead. He gets very angry with her daughter, but she says that they forced her and it wasn't her. 𝐂𝐄�E says there is an evil inside her, to which 𝐺𝐵𝐺𝐵 says she is just a child. Didin tries to calm him down and tells him that they better take care of Sumi's body now. They then take Sumi's body to the forest for burial, where Didin and 𝐺𝐵𝐺𝐵 notice that Freddy is acting weird and his charm is also fallen down there. He then runs away from there, and Didin thinks that he might have touched the pillow sleeves, due to which he might have started itching. He asks 𝐺𝐵𝐺𝐵 to go to his home and get him some medicine. Here Freddy hears some strange voices, and he says that he is not scared as he has a charm, but he notices that his charm has fallen somewhere, due to which he gets very scared. Now when 𝐺𝐵𝐺𝐵 is going towards the house, he hears Freddy's scream, and when he starts looking for him, he finds his dead body under a tree. Here 𝐂𝐄�E tells them that he always knew that 𝐸𝐵𝐵𝐺 will be a problem after they brought her home from 𝐸𝐺𝐵𝐺𝐿𝐴. The medium told them that they should take good care of that child, and when she comes of age, someone will come to collect what they promised. Didin says 𝐸𝐺𝐵𝐺𝐿𝐴 is a place of heresy in Gunung Kambang, and then 𝐂𝐄�E says they made a mistake. They were tired of being poor. Sumi was very happy back then because they got themselves a child. However, 1 month later, their house was burnt in a fire, and after that incident, they moved to this grove. Didin says he heard that if someone has been to 𝐸𝐺𝐵𝐺𝐿𝐴 and if they died, it will be followed by another death. Hearing all this, 𝐺𝐺 says Sumi didn't die because a ghost killed her, but it was her time. He says that 𝐸𝐵𝐵𝐺 is the killer, so they should expel her from this grove, but Didin does not agree and gets angry at him. However, 𝐂𝐄Ee says 𝐺𝐺 is right. Only then 𝐺𝐵𝐺𝐵 comes running there and tells them that Freddy is dead. Knowing this, they all get shocked, and 𝐺𝐺 says in anger now whose number is next. Didin says that if he cannot help in solving the problem, then he should keep quiet. He then asks 𝐺𝐵𝐺𝐵 to contact Freddy's family so that they can give him a proper burial. Now 𝐂𝐄Ee says that 𝐸𝐵𝐵𝐺 is the problem, so they should lock her up. Didin says she is her daughter, so go ahead if he wants to lock her up. But she is her villager, so treat her well. After this, he forcefully brings 𝐸𝐵𝐺 to a shack and ties a chain on her leg so that she cannot leave. Now that night 𝐂𝐄Ee wakes up and we see a ghost on his bed, after which that ghost haunts him, but it turns out to be a nightmare. Now the next day, 𝐂𝐋𝐖 goes to 𝐸𝐵𝐵𝐺 and asks her if she is okay. 𝐸𝐵𝐵𝐺 asks her to leave, and then 𝐂𝐋𝐖 sees some blood splatters on the ground, and on following them, she finds sacrifice written in blood on the wall. 𝐸𝐵𝐵𝐺 then turns demonic and says tonight is the night, and 𝐂𝐋𝐖 runs away from there fearing her. Later, 𝐺𝐺 comes to Didin and says they should report Sumi's death to the police, to which he says he thought about that, but the police station is far away, so he will go later. 𝐺𝐺 then tells him that 𝐂𝐋𝐖 saw the word sacrifice in the store at the back, so he is worried what people in the next grove were saying about the sacrifice for the heresy exercise is true. Didin says that he has heard about this, but he does not believe it, and he should not believe it either. Now that night, we see that 𝐂𝐄Ee is very scared, and he thinks that tonight he will kill 𝐸𝐵𝐺. He goes to the store to kill her, but finds her in her demonic form, and there are many other spirits all around. Seeing this, he gets terrified, and 𝐸𝐵𝐺 starts screaming very loudly, and when Didin, 𝐺𝐺, and 𝐺𝐵𝐺 come there after some time, they find 𝐂𝐄Ee's dead body there. Later, when they bury 𝐀𝐄𝐒, Jang says that they have to kill 𝐂𝐻𝐻 now, but Didin and 𝐂𝐃𝐒 do not agree with him and say that they do not know that 𝐂𝐻𝐻 has done this. Jang says how many more people have to die in their grove, to which Didin calms him down and says let's just return 𝐻𝐻𝐻 to her origin in Ringan Lawang. They then bring her to Ringan Lawang, where Jang tells her that this is where she came from and that she has to stay here for the good of Dusun and Ilir. She says she doesn't want to and tries to run away from there, but Jang holds her and throws her down, due to which she gets unconscious. Seeing this, Didin gets angry at him and they have an argument, but 𝐂𝐃𝐒 calms him down and tells him that 𝐻𝐻𝐻 was biting his hand. Now in the night, Didin realizes that he did wrong to 𝐻𝐻𝐻, so he goes to apologize to her and she tells him not to leave her alone again. Jang and 𝐂𝐃𝐒 also follow him and gets terrified to see that there is not 𝐻𝐻𝐻 but Satan sitting in front of Didin. Didin also gets shocked when he sees it and Jang knocks Satan down, but then he notices that she is actually 𝐻𝐻𝐻 and he says that he saw a ghost earlier. Didin tells them that she is still alive and asks 𝐂𝐃𝐒 to go to Erlin and get some medicine and make sure Erlin doesn't know why 𝐻𝐻𝐻 is injured like this. 𝐂𝐃𝐒 rushes to Erlin and asks her for medicine, saying that 𝐻𝐻𝐻 fell into a ravine and hit her head on a rock. He brings her with him there, but Didin tells her that 𝐻𝐻𝐻 is gone. Later, Erlin tells Didin that they have laid 𝐻𝐻𝐻's body down and covered it with cloth, but they still need to bathe her tomorrow. They decide that 𝐂𝐃𝐒 will watch the body and they will go home and rest. But after he leaves, 𝐂𝐃𝐒 comes there and 𝐂𝐃𝐒 tells him that 𝐻𝐻𝐻 is dead and gives him some money to look after her body. On the other hand, someone calls Jang's daughter Ranti's name and she sees 𝐻𝐻𝐻 passing by outside. Ranti starts following the voice, but 𝐂𝐋𝐖 comes there and asks her what she is doing here. Ranti tells her that 𝐻𝐻𝐻 is there, and seeing this, 𝐂𝐋𝐖 gets scared and takes her inside the house. Here 𝐂𝐃𝐻 finds himself lying next to 𝐻𝐻𝐻's dead body, due to which he gets terrified and he is not able to move his body as well. But then 𝐂𝐃𝐒 wakes him up and 𝐂𝐃𝐻 runs away in fear. 𝐂𝐃𝐒 does not understand anything, and when he looks inside, he gets shocked that 𝐻𝐻𝐻's body is not there. He goes to Jang and tells him that 𝐻𝐻𝐻's body is missing. But when both of them come to 𝐂𝐄𝐒's house, the body is there. Meanwhile, someone knocks on Jang's door, but when 𝐂𝐋𝐖 opens the door, she finds no one there, and when she turns, she gets terrified to see the Satan there. Jang hears her scream and rushes back to his house and calms her down. Here 𝐂𝐃𝐒 returns home and tells Erlin that he saw that 𝐻𝐻𝐻's body was missing at 𝐂𝐄�e's house. Only then someone knocks on the door, and when Erlin opens the door, she gets shocked to see 𝐂𝐃𝐒 there and finds that now there is nobody inside the house. The next day, Didin tells them that he has asked 𝐂𝐃𝐒 to contact his friend who understands this matter much better than them. 𝐻𝐻𝐻 then reaches there, and they bring him to 𝐂𝐄�e's house. He checks 𝐻𝐻𝐻's body and scatters coffee powder around her. He then tells them that they have to quickly bathe this body. They try to lift 𝐻𝐻𝐻's body, but she does not budge from them, and 𝐻𝐻𝐻 sees that Satan is not allowing that body to be lifted. He gets terrified and starts reading prayers, and as he feels that the Satan has left, suddenly it comes next to him. 𝐻𝐻𝐻 starts reciting prayers again and Satan says something to him in her own language. He notices that prayers are not affecting her at all, and she begins laughing, and then she disappears. Later that night, Didin tells him that the corpse he saw earlier is of 𝐻𝐻𝐻, the adopted daughter of 𝐂𝐄𝐒 and Sumi. They took her from a place of a heresy called Ringan Lawang. Hearing this, 𝐻𝐻𝐻 says he has to ask someone he trusts to help him solve this problem, but 𝐂𝐃𝐒 says that's a bad idea as they might have to deal with the police because they killed 𝐻𝐻𝐻. Now here Jang has to tell that he has killed 𝐻𝐻𝐻, but it was all because of that ghost. Only then the devil screams out loud, due to which they all get terrified. 𝐻𝐻𝐻 says that the Satan tricked him, and most importantly, now they have to seek God's guidance and pray that he gives them the best solution. Meanwhile, 𝐂𝐋𝐖 finds that Ranti is doing some strange dance in the middle of the forest. She goes to her, but Ranti does not recognize her, and when 𝐂𝐋𝐖 says that she is her mother, Ranti says that her mother is dead. She screams for help, and as Jang comes out of the house, the door automatically closes. Jang goes to find 𝐂𝐋𝐖 and Ranti, but there he encounters Satan, fearing that he falls into a pit. Here the rest of the people reach 𝐂𝐋𝐖, and 𝐻𝐻𝐻 sees that Ranti has been possessed by the devil, so he starts reciting prayers, which within a short time expels Satan from her body. Now it is morning while searching for Jang, and they find him lying unconscious in a pit. Later, 𝐻𝐻𝐻 gives Didin some Bidara leaves powder and Zamzam water to drive away other beings, and he also reminds them that no one should go out after evening for now. He tells them that he is going to see his teacher so that he can get some guidance on how to solve the problem here. Later, Erlin brings 𝐂𝐃𝐒 to 𝐂𝐄�e's house to look for clues. There she finds a box with a pendant in it, but then suddenly the window closes, due to which both of them get scared and leave from there. Now that night, Erlin checks that pendant and tells 𝐂𝐃𝐒 that there is a photo of a woman in it. She says why don't they go to Jang's house and tell him and Didin about this. 𝐂𝐃𝐒 says that 𝐻𝐻𝐻 has made it clear that they should not leave the house after evening. Meanwhile, Ranti comes out of the house while playing and finds 𝐻𝐻𝐻 outside. Here 𝐂𝐋𝐖 asks for forgiveness from God for abandoning him for so long, and only then does the door of her room open automatically. She's just about to head to the door when the devil says she has worn it already. 𝐁𝐄𝐄 screams out of fear, which wakes up Jang, and she tells him that suddenly a female ghost appeared in front of her. Here Erland says she is sure this necklace has something to do with 𝐸𝐻 and it is also related to everything that is happening in their grove. 𝐷𝐿gūn says what if they go to Jang's house and suddenly he sees Ranti with 𝐸𝐻 outside and didn't trying to save her. He requests 𝐸𝐻 not to take Ranti as she has no sins. He says since his wife died, he only had her as the closest person to him and she is like her own daughter. 𝐸𝐻 gets emotional and leaves Ranti's hand and Didin tells her that he has nothing to give her, so he can only pray for her. Meanwhile, 𝐁𝐄𝐄 asks Jang why the ghost is inside when 𝐷𝐿 has put a barrier around this house. Only then do they notice that Ranti is not there, and when they come out, they see that Ranti is safe with Didin. Now the next day, Erland shows that pendant to Didin, and behind that photo, they get 𝐸𝐻's date of birth. And they guess that this is 𝐸𝐻's mother's photo. 𝐷𝐿gūn clicks its photo and sends it to 𝐷𝐿 for his further investigation. 𝐷𝐿's teacher tells him that he knows this woman, and her name was Marissa. She worked in a restaurant across the street and used to come here to deliver food to them. He then visits Marissa's mother, Mrs. Laras, who tells him that Marissa was raped by the restaurant owner Renga and his 4 friends. Since then, she locked herself up in her room for months and refused to come out. Actually, she had become pregnant and wanted to kill that child. She kept saying Ringgit Lawang, and then one night she left and was never seen again. A few weeks later, she read the news about the murder of a family who owned the restaurant, and someone had put a baby on her doorstep and it was written in blood, "Return this baby to Ringgit Lawang." She returned her there so many times, but it kept coming back as if it didn't want to leave. Then one day a couple came and took it away from Ringgit Lawang, and the baby never returns. 𝐷𝐿 requests her to help him to sever the tie between 𝐸𝐻 and the ghost of Ringgit Lawang, otherwise there will more deaths in the future. Mrs. Laras says she doesn't want to deal with the devil, but when 𝐷𝐿 starts leaving there, she stops him and asks him to take her to Ringgit Lawang. On the other hand, 𝐷𝐿gūn and Erland also leave for Ringgit Lawang, and after they leave, Didin sees Ranti with Satan, who says she has to die. 𝐁𝐄𝐄 and Jang then also come out, and Satan says that all of them killed her child, so all of them must die. Jang tries to save her daughter and fight Satan, but she possesses him and makes him unconscious. Didin gets enraged seeing all this and says they have never disturbed her. He was born and raised here and he is the oldest one here, so if she wants to take someone, take him. Meanwhile, Laras enters the unseen realm with the help of 𝐷𝐿, 𝐷𝐿gūn, and Erland. Laras finds 𝐸𝐻 who asks her who she is, to which she tells her that she is her grandma and Marissa, her daughter, is her mother. 𝐸𝐻 says she doesn't have a grandma and neither she has a mother and father. She says she is mean and she did this to her, and then she gets dragged away. Laras admits that she was wrong and her mother was wrong too, and asks her to leave this place and come back to her. 𝐸𝐻 then comes back to her normal form and Laras tells her that this is not her place, but only then Satan comes there and tells her that she can't take 𝐸𝐻 out of this place. 𝐸𝐻 tells Satan to leave and not disturb her grandma, after which some spirits drag her away from there, and grandma says she will never leave her alone again. The last torch outside also goes out and Laras collapses, and Erland tells them that the door from the unseen realm is closed now, and Laras and 𝐸𝐻 are trapped in there forever. Later, the police dig up all those graves and tell them that it's for autopsy purposes. An officer comes there and tells his boss that they have dug all the graves, but the 3 bodies are not in their graves, and hearing this, they all get shocked. Please like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon never to miss new video updates. Thanks for watching.